Alright guys, before the video starts, I just wanted to quickly say this is my first video, so if you guys do end up enjoying it, please make sure to drop a sub, comment, do all that. I'd really appreciate it. But in saying that, let's get into the sample. Okay, so first off what I did was opened up Kontakt and loaded up the mallet flux library. This library is really good for a lot of bell sounds, and on this loop I used the hard soft preset and made a pattern that sounded like this. So that already sounds good how it is, but I still felt that it needed some effects on top of it. So what I did first was added an EQ, cutting out some of the lows and boosting the mids. On top of that I added a halftime with the smooth knob turned down all the way to 500 milliseconds, which I don't know how to explain what it does, it just gives it a lot of bounce. Next I added some fin micro, which gives it a bit of sparkly sounds in the back just to make it seem more ambient, and a delay to make it sound more full. So altogether with all those effects, this is what it sounds like now. Next from there I moved on to adding a sub bass in. I used the adapt serum bank for this one on the wave preset and layered that with the default Sawyer preset. Together that sounds like this. Effects wise, I didn't add any effects to that. All I did was make it stereo and turned it down quite a lot just so it doesn't overpower the loop. I then added another piano bass on top of that from the Neue Pure library in Kontakt, just to give it a little bit more of a full sounding effect, which sounds like this. And effects wise for that, all I did was add an EQ that boosts some of the lower middle frequencies just to make it hit a little bit harder. Next I opened up Electro X and used the sparkling bells preset and made this pattern. As you can see, it's very repetitive, but for these type of loops it makes it sound really good. Effects wise, all I did was add a lower pass EQ, kickstart giving it a lot of bounce, another EQ cutting out the high end and the low end to make it fit more in the back, another fin micro just to give it that sparkly feel again, a stereo enhancer, and some pancake. And all this pancake does is make it pan left to right as the loop plays. So with all those effects, this is what it sounds like now. As you can see, it gives it a completely different feel. From there, I opened up another Kontakt and loaded up the Ethno World 6 library, and put down these flute phrases. This flute is pretty much what makes the whole loop. It's the main melody of it, and it gives it a really ethnic feel. For effects, all I did was add a RC20 just for the reverb, no noise, no wobble, an EQ that cuts out some of the harsh frequencies, and a fruity limiter just to make sure that the phrases didn't go too loud. After that I added in this guitar. And to make that, all I did was open up Kontakt and load the Renaissance downslide preset and made this pattern with it. Effects wise for that, I added some fruity chorus and some RC20 with a little bit of wobble. But for this, what I actually did was pitch it up 4 semitones, export it into the wave file, and then pitch it down 4. And this is the final product that we get. Okay, so that's all the sounds that I used in this loop. Altogether, this is what it sounds like. So that's all I did for this loop. If you guys want to see me do more loop breakdowns, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see your guys' feedback. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.